used to have to walk to the N4, about half an hour from my house, wait for some Limerick guy that I didn't even know. He'd drive on the N4 and I had to flag him down. Nightmare, yeah. 2 hours down on the M50, 2 hours back. Usually 14-hour days, and I was the first year, so I had to go and do everything. I had to go to the shop. I had to go and get this and get that. So I always had trouble with that, and I was like, this isn't for me. This is not for me.
How long did you last?
I lasted 18 months doing it. It was tough, you know. It wasn't a life for me, you know. And then John said, because I was training with John as well at the time, and then John got in touch and says, I have a show, I'm running a show, I'd like to fight on it. And then that was it. I just packed it in, didn't show up. My dad used to come in and punch the head on me and like try and drag me out of bed, and I just wouldn't go. You know, I had an uproar for a good few years when I'm over, but and that was it. I just packed it in, quit, and then focused on training. I knew what was going to happen. I knew I was going to get here. They didn't. There's a lot of stressful years. You know what I mean, a lot of tough times. But I proved them wrong. I proved myself right. I cannot put one thing on it, John. I just love this life that I have created. I love this business. I enjoy work. I don't want to be anywhere else but here. So every day I am enjoying myself. I wake up every day. I pinch myself. You want to see the room I'm sleeping in. You want to see the bed I'm sleeping in. You want to see the home that I'm living in. There's an elevator in the home. So I'm on the third floor and I go out and click the button and it goes from the third floor to the first floor. I open up the elevator and I go and eat some breakfast and then we go stretch out in the sun and we have a big pool, a jacuzzi. I'm just enjoying the fruits of my hard work. Gratitude is one of the most strongest forms of power in attracting good things. You know, if you truly feel grateful for the things in your life, I always felt grateful for even the small things. I always used to celebrate the small things. Now I might be celebrating the bigger things, but I always celebrate every little good thing that would happen to me in my life, even before I had any kind of money or any of that. I would celebrate and I would feel grateful for it, and it just gave me more. And this is exactly the same thing that's happening right now. I still remain grateful, and more comes.
If somebody said to you, you'll have or you'll be as successful as you are now, what would have you said back then?
I believe you. That's what I would have said. Because I did believe.
Yes.
I believed in it. I had very few people who told me that. I had a small group of people that would tell me something like that. Other than that, it was just me telling myself.
Yep.
So if someone came up to me and told me that all the way back then, I'd say, you're damn right.
I don't know how you do it. You seem immune to pressure. You got an entire nation on your shoulders, and you rise above it once again.
Yeah, I don't just knock them out. I picked around, John. Yeah, I said this. I'm sure you are probably all thinking in your head, this guy is talking absolute dribble. He's not going to do what he says he's going to do. You're probably all sitting there thinking that. But now here we are again. And I done what I said I was going to do. I feed off this. I love this stuff. This is what gives me energy. Saying I'm going to do something. Putting it out there for the world to see. And then going out and doing it. There's no better feeling in the world than that. And it's as easy as that. Say what you're going to do. And go and do it. When you're chasing your dream and when you're working hard, chasing something you love and completely dedicated, it just happens. You can't really notice it. You know, even still to this day, I'm in an amazing position in my life, but I'm still working like I'm not. I'm still working like I'm not in this position.
Absolutely.
I'm still working like none of this is even. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just something I love to do, and I just keep pushing. I keep working hard. I can't pinpoint an exact moment for you, but
yep.
If anything, I always felt like it was happening way back then, and now it is happening. But now I almost feel like it's not happening. You know what I mean? And I want to push to something else.
Absolutely.
I'm always striving to push forward.
You know, hard work pays. I put in a hell of a lot of work all throughout this build-up in the fight. I pumped out more content than anybody, more content than Fox, more content than ESPN, more content than BT Sport, more content than everybody on the Mac Live on my own channels. You know what I mean? I'm a workhorse from all angles, not just in the gym, but I'm building this media empire now myself, and we pumped out the content. I'm very proud of how it went. We consistently, daily movies I was releasing, from like a month ago, every single day. You know what I mean? Nobody's doing that. So I'm very proud of it, and I'm very like the work pays, hard work pays, and I put in the work, and that's why I'm sitting at the top. I put it all on the line. I show up, I perform, and I get the results from that. So when I was a kid, I used to always visualize stadiums, and like even when I was playing football, I'd kick the ball against the wall, and I'd pretend I scored a goal, and I'd run off, and I'd be raising my hand and visualizing a arena full of fans. And that was something I done as a kid out on my own. I like just running around kicking the ball. So I always had these visions of something, but I just didn't know what it was. And then I suppose when I came to these events, and I started training them, and then came to an event, I was like, okay, this is it. This is what I'm going to do. I've been listening to laughter all my career. Yeah. I've been listening to them laugh my whole career. They've been laughing. What? An Irishman win a Cage Warriors world title? Hell no. You serious? An Irishman? An Irishman win a fight in the UFC? Hell no. Laughs all around. Okay, you got to win. Now he wants to win a world title? Hell no. He's all talk.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm definitely motivated than ever before. Welcome to the call, episode 201, and we commence right now. I appreciate everybody for being here this morning. It's nothing different. We've been off for a week. I really had to recover. I ain't gonna lie, I needed that break anyway. You know what I mean? I need that break anyway. That was a good like mental break for me. You know what I'm saying? But it also was I ain't gonna lie, I was down bad, y'all. So I'm definitely happy. Still got a little bit, I would say, of congestion in the chest. So y'all be careful out here, man. Make sure, y'all taking, whatever you can take to stay healthy. Because in a lot of these places like Atlanta, man, we got bipolar weather. You know what I mean? Like Atlanta really has bipolar weather. Places like Alabama, even Florida, San Diego, everywhere has this bipolar weather going on. So y'all be careful, out here in these times. But I'm definitely grateful to be back. Really excited. I did a lot of studying over this time. I did a lot of studying, and there's a lot of things. I know I've been telling y'all things are changing, and you can definitely see the growth, the changes coming. But there's some real changes that will be implemented at the beginning, maybe of this month coming up. I'm just kind of restructuring some things on the back end. Coffee and Crypto is bigger than a podcast, and I just want the world to know that right now. This is a lifestyle brand. Like when I'm out and I talk to people about coffee and crypto, when they see my shirt or whatever the case may be, they're like, man, I love coffee, and I've been curious about this crypto thing. So it's two things that are relatable for people, and so I'm really starting to see that this can be bigger. Right? I'm really excited to be able to show you all where we're going and where we're headed. One of the ways that I'm shifting is I'm getting away from doing one-on-one coaching. I'm really going to shift away from doing that, and because I believe that we can be more effective in different fronts. And so starting this Friday, I actually have something that'll be my very first time doing it. And the reason why is because I've been researching and studying the ways that a lot of great coaches relay messages, and one of the ways that people receive things is through challenges. Okay, like people love a challenge. You don't think about it like a health challenge, wellness challenge, a wealth challenge. People love a challenge, and a challenge is something that can be quick, and it's a challenge, right? It's really going to challenge you. So I'm doing my very first challenge this Friday. I believe that every single person, especially if you're in my Discord group, even if you're not in the Discord group, like I'm telling you, every single person should sign up at some point for the challenge. Now, this challenge will happen every single month. So even if you can't make it to this challenge, I don't want to FOMO you into the first one, but I do want to tell you that a lot is shifting. And after today's episode, I probably say that every single person that's listening to my voice, you may want to take advantage of this type of challenge, because you always need to challenge yourself, right? And I like this because it's going to challenge me to grow monthly, right? I'm going to have to grow monthly because if I'm going to be challenging people, the challenge can't stay the same because the challenge has to be challenging every single month. And just as challenging as crypto is, I believe that that's why it's important for you to be a part of this challenge. Number one, it gives you another perspective of community. Number two, it gives you 3 days, okay? 3 days to plug in for an hour a day. If you're VIP, 2 hours, 3 days. That's 6 hours. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, 6 hours. 6 hours in 3 days of developing your plan, making sure that you're executing your portfolio at the highest level that you possibly can. This is what the challenge is going to be for. I don't think I'm too good for the challenge, and I hope that you all don't either. So Friday, make sure you all click the, I'm going to make sure that I drop this link right now for you all, but I do have a challenge. If you're watching on Twitter, maybe Instagram, but Twitter for sure, and YouTube, you all will be able to click the link in our bio and you can join us for this challenge as well. But I'm going to drop the link inside the bio for people here on Zoom. And if you want to be on that challenge, I think it would be worth it. You know what I mean? Especially if you haven't plugged in with me in a while, you know what I mean? If only you know what you're doing with your portfolio. Like if you're doing everything that you know you're supposed to be doing, then hey, keep doing that. But for the people where you know, if you really haven't been going as hard, like maybe 6 months ago you was going hard, but you had some life stuff come up. We all have that. Hop in the challenge, because the thing is, this is about getting back into habits. When you spend this 3 days with me for an hour or 2 hours as VIP, I'm gonna make sure that you have everything you need. Yes, we're going to talk about basic stuff because there's people who's just starting. In this challenge, the first day, we're going to focus on the basics, the mindset. All of us need that. The second day, we're diving into these tokens, some of my top token picks literally for this quarter. What am I focused on? How am I really transitioning my portfolio? These are the things we're focused on. On day 3, we're going to finish it off, and I'll have a couple of things at the end for you. I won't be selling you anything on the challenge. You don't have to worry about that during the challenge. But at the end, I am going to pitch you something. I am going to pitch you. So I just want to let y'all know that up front at the end. So you don't have to worry about every single day Vincent coming talking about buy this, buy it. No, at the end, I'm going to have something to pitch you, and it's going to be damn good. Okay, it's going to be something that not everybody's going to take advantage, but a couple of people will. And so that's how we'll do it. But the first 3, all the other days, 1, 2, and 3, we're going to get straight into this bullish content. So make sure you all join me. It's $97. $97, but it's not even 3 figures. It's 2 figures to spend 3 days with me. Just think about that. Not even 3 figures to spend 3 days, but 2 figures to spend 3 days. You know, the choice is yours. So with that being said, thank y'all so much for being here. Thank y'all for sharing this link out. I can see that the Twitter is growing, the YouTube is growing. So I appreciate you all for tuning in, tapping in. And if you're seeing this later on, I appreciate you for tuning in and tapping in as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into today's content. It's now 10:11. Okay, and I like that time. I like how that time sounds. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and dive into 10:11. Okay, now the first thing that I want to show is this video right here. I want to start it off with a bang, right? This video, I watched the whole thing. It's a 7-minute video. I was laying in bed this morning. I was like, this video is a little deep for me to share, I feel like, all the way through. Number one, it's 7 minutes, and we're not about to sit here and watch a 7-minute video. But I do want to start it from 3 minutes and 52 seconds. And I want you all to really listen to how these organizations, these banking and these monetary organizations were formed around the world. Some of you all already know this, but there's people who tune in that are new that don't know this. And I want you to know where your money is. I want you to know who's in control of your money, because when you have your money in a traditional bank, you're not in control of your finances. And what we're focused on this show, and what we're focused on for the rest of life, 2024 to life. You know what I mean? Somebody drop that. You know, listen. I'm in this thing 2024 to life. You know what I mean? I'm in the game for life. I'm in the financial literacy space for life. I'm in the people transformation space for life. My own transformation space for life. I'm a for-lifer. 2024 to life. I told the judge, when I was in court for this, I told the judge, I said, listen, she said, how do you want to be convicted? I said, I need 2024 to life. Keep me in that thing forever. Let's get it.
They go along with a group called the Adam Smith Institute. They work with another group called the Mont Pelerin Society. They send the message out on restructuring the whole world system ready for this world government to the politicians of the day. Tony Blair, Helen Clark in New Zealand, and Mr. Howard in Australia. These people listen to the Mont Pelerin Society, use the policies of the Adam Smith Institute, which mean that you privatise, you sell up your assets overseas. It leaves your government vulnerable. They have no power left because they have no assets. And then at that point, these overseas people who bought the assets control the whole world system and set up a global village. In the year 1961, the International Monetary Fund came to New Zealand. And this is how the whole plan was initiated. They were involved in this plan, and the plan was to lend every country money and then make those politicians of the day sign conditions which would later be fulfilled. So in 1961, they came to New Zealand. Our Prime Minister was Mr. Keith Holyoake. Our government borrowed a lot of money from the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, and signed the conditions. Then the IMF people went away again with their empty suitcases, left it at that, and let us go ahead with our plans to develop our country and so on using this money which we had borrowed. Now, little did the people know that when those politicians passed on, someone else took the job. The next group of politicians to come in were left with the terrible job of fulfilling the conditions. It happened about 22 years later, I think it was, in 1987, that's the year. We had 5 politicians in New Zealand worked in with the Mont Pelerin Society to bring about these conditions in the country. Now, let me read a scripture, Proverbs 22:7.
Okay. Listen, make sure y'all go listen. Make sure y'all read the scripture too. You know what I mean? Because before we get into the word today, I got a word for y'all after this video. You know what I mean? And this video was relatable because I actually went and read this scripture and it made sense. So listen up real quick.
About these conditions in the country. Now, let me read a scripture, Proverbs 22:7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. That's a powerful verse. In other words, we became the lender, the borrower, the IMF was the lender, and we had to do what they told us to do. We've heard these words come up day by day. Restructuring was the first word. Didn't know what it meant, but we learned later it meant sacking thousands of government workers. The next word was corporatisation. Turn your government departments into corporations. Next word to come up was privatisation. It means privatise those corporations. Get big business involved in ex-government department. Selling off. Next word was shares at 49% overseas, keeping 51% majority shareholding in the country. We felt secure. I was in Sri Lanka last year. They told me that was called peopleisation. Every country's got their own little catchwords, you see. Peopleisation makes the local people feel secure in that they have 51%. Very cleverly, a little stock market crash in New York, which lasts for 24 hours, frightens the peopleisation people. They sell their shares to the other guys. The other guy's shareholding goes up to over 51%. At that point, what was owned by your country, paid for with your father's tax money, your grandfather's tax money, now goes into overseas hands, never to return again. So the key word, when you see privatisation, you add another word to it, and the word is goodbye, and the other word is forever. You will never see it again. Then they bring investors in, of course, because you've lost your assets and you've paid off the IMF with the money you've made. You've got nothing left, no assets, no money. Investors come in and buy up the rest of your country. This is globalisation, to set up a global...
Hey, listen, I'm just the messenger. Like, I'm just the messenger. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm just the messenger. So I hope y'all learned something, in where we are, right? In that video, we are messed up, y'all. You know what I mean? Now, I wanna do something real quick. Hey, y'all give me 2 seconds. Okay, so I wanna, and I know everybody doesn't, believe in, the same Jesus or the same God that I believe in. So I don't want to get too deep. And this is just a book. You know what I mean? And I believe that one of the greatest books of all time is the Bible. You ask me, one of the greatest books of all time is the Bible. All right. And so I want to take y'all back to Genesis 1:1. And if you're okay with that, cool. If not, I ain't, like Steve Harvey said, I ain't know you was coming. So I don't got another version. You know what I mean? So, hey, check this out. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now, here's the thing that connected with me when I read this was that God did, when he first, this is the, like, when God presented himself to us in the Bible, in the greatest book of all time, you know, listen, he didn't tell us that he was, he didn't say he was God the Father. He didn't say that, he was, all forgiving God. He didn't say that he was a powerful, omnipotent. He didn't say he was any of that. What he said was, in the beginning, God created the heavens and earth. So he told us he was a creator. Okay. Now they say that we're made in his image. And so what I want y'all to realize is that, every single person has the ability to create, because if God created you, it was for a specific purpose, whether you found that purpose or not. And that purpose can be so minute as to just change the trajectory of your last name. It could be that minute. It may not even be a huge purpose. Like my purpose is to impact, enrich, and educate the lives of 1 million people around the world through my voice when it comes to digital assets, cryptocurrency, digital entrepreneurship, and how to get to a bag online. Make sure you sign up for my challenge so I can teach you this stuff. $97. That's what God put on my heart. He told me to create this, right? And that's what I'm going to do. Whether nobody signs up or everybody signs up, it's going to happen, because he put it in my heart to create it. So let's continue here. So in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. There was nothing here. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. God saw that the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning the first day. Now, I want y'all to realize something. See, this entire thing that I'm reading right now is more important than any of the crypto information that I got to share today. So I really don't give a doggone it if I make it to it or not. Okay, y'all might just Pastor Theo may come out today. He's here. So I got to preach to y'all today, because this really set on my heart. Because episode 201, I'm in my beginning. I'm started over. A lot of y'all see this is episode 201. This is episode 1. I'm starting all over again. I'm rebuilding everything all over again. Now, pay attention. He said, and there was evening and there was morning the first day. Now, what I realized when I read this was that God did a whole lot of work in one day. And he did not stop. He did not stop until the first day's goal was done. See, as an entrepreneur, as an investor, when you say, hey, I got a goal today to make, as an entrepreneur, I want to make $300 today. Let's say that's your goal. Every day you wake up, you want to make $300. That's your goal as an entrepreneur, $300. Okay. Now, you don't stop until that goal is done. You don't go to sleep until that goal is done. Guess what? God, he didn't do it. So listen, I understood that Genesis 1:1, this is the blueprint to everything, y'all. This is the beginning. Let's go on to the second day. And God said, let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water. So God made the vault and separated the water under the vault and from the water above it. And it was so. God called the vault sky, and there was evening and there was morning the second day. So God separated the skies from the waters. Do you know how much work it takes to separate the sky from the water? Can y'all even perceive how much work it takes to create light and day, night, light and dark? How much work does that take? You can't even mentally put it together as to how much work it takes in a 24-hour span to create day and night. But God did it. And he did it in one day. Hold on. Let's go to day 3. Let's go to day 3. Then God said, he said, let the land produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants and trees on the land that bear fruit with seed in it, according to the various kinds. And it was so. This is where God started to plant. He planted the seeds and he bared the fruits. Listen, the land produced vegetation, plants bearing seed according to their kinds, and trees bearing fruit with seed in it according to their kinds. So that means that God had to plant it wasn't just one type of seed. God created all types of seeds for vegetation in the 3rd day, and it was good. I'm going to stop at day 3. I'm not going to keep going because we still got crypto content, but I need y'all to hear me on this. God created the 1st day and the 1st day. He didn't give up until the 1st day was good. If you want to know why your crypto portfolio is not going where it needs to go, because on the 1st day, you didn't even invest what you said. You said, I have a goal of investing $100, but you fell short. You didn't invest, you invested $50 that day. You didn't invest the whole 100. You didn't do what you wrote down, what you said you were going to do. This is what this challenge is for, y'all. It's time for us to get real maniacal when it comes to investing. And it was good. And it was good. Because somebody dropped and it was good in the chat box. Because I'm ready to get to this bullish content now. Let's talk about the crypto market as a whole right now. Crypto's been going absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Ethereum is up 23%. Vincent, why is that? Why is Ethereum outperforming everything? Why is ETH outperforming everything? Oh, we're going to cover that today. I'm happy you asked. I'm happy you came because we're going to cover that today. Okay. Now, right now, our fear and greed index, we're still at neutral, looking real good for the times that we're in right now, ready for another bull run, another higher high. I believe that another higher high is upon us because of what is starting to craft out in this cryptocurrency space. Y'all like my frames? Anybody like my frames? Hey, I keep looking at myself like, bro, you looking handsomely good today, my boy. I want that, you know what I mean? You looking good, my boy. You know what I mean? You might like my shades. You know what I mean? Just hype me up one time. You know what I mean? And it was good. Yes, sir. And it was good. Because this episode is about to be real good, y'all. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Now, y'all remember when I drew out this flag pattern? Does anybody remember when I drew out this flag pattern right here? Now, for my crypto nerds, y'all already know what y'all know what we see right here. What we call this, nerds? What do we call this play right here? What do we call this right here? This, that, what? Slip, slide. Yes, sir. Y'all already know what this is. This, that slip, slide. Thumbs up and what? Yo, Noit will be very proud of me right now. You know what I mean? We wick the wick, downtrend, breakout, retest, and glide. You feel me? Any nerd would have saw this coming. If you're looking at the total crypto market cap. That's why I tell y'all to pay attention because you can invest in anything. Everything went up. Look at this. Look at this right here. And then what? Y'all, look at this right here, y'all. Look at this right here, y'all. Let me go ahead and draw it. Y'all already know. Listen, somebody tell Noit to get on the call. He's gonna be mad proud of me. I told him I'm back on my junk right now, y'all. I'm not playing. I'm coming for it. All right. So there you go. That's your 50% on your bullish engulfing. Anybody see that? That's your 50%. So you want to know how to you want to know how to like make sure you're getting in at the right times. You got to understand the charts. You got to understand what these candlesticks are telling you, right? Now, I believe that we are in for a treat. I believe this might be our time to surpass our weekly high that we had right here of 2.728. If we can pass this weekly high, I believe that the next area is 2.99, which is the all-time high of cryptocurrency. Now, does this happen soon? I don't think it's going to happen soon. I believe that we could see a real life level of consolidation going all the way into well, if we even just measure out this right here, let's see. If we measure this out, that consolidation was 53 days. So let's go 53 days into from where we are right now. If we can go 53 days from where we are right now, 53 days from where we are right now puts us at about right there, which I'm going to go ahead for y'all right now and mark it off with my vertical line. Give y'all 53 days. There you go right there. All right. There you go. That white line. So about July 13th. July 13th, I believe that we could see another explosion in price. So is this guaranteed? No, I'm just looking at past to predict the future. We already in the game. So you know what I mean? It's just fun to play the game. All right. So let's go ahead and dive. We got 30 minutes left. Let's dive into the content that I have to share today. Now, before we get into this content, I need y'all to do me a favor. Make sure y'all join me this Friday, okay, for the Rich Off Crypto Challenge. Yes, I'm gonna create 1,000 millionaires, 1,000 through this Rich Off Crypto, and it's $97. If you want to become a millionaire for $97, this is how to do it. Okay, there's no guarantees. I'm not guaranteeing you're gonna become a millionaire, but if you follow what I'm putting down, I plan to become a millionaire, and maybe you can follow the plans that I have. All right, now I want to show you guys a quick video. Elon Musk reposted this, and he's a smart guy. So I just felt like I wanted to show y'all this technology because we are about to go into another Black Swan event. And a lot of people say, man, how can I still have internet access, if the grids go down? So, let's see what Starlink is doing out here.
So this is what they call dishing.
Well, that is it. Starlink.
You seem pretty steady and not at all like Minecraft.
All you got to do is stick it straight in, and look at that.
In the middle of the ocean. Let's go. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It looked like a deep end play. It really looked like a deep end play. It's looking like Helium Mobile. You know what I mean? Just going out here, just sticking it up. You're good in the middle of the ocean. Now, let me see if I can find. I don't know if I can find that, but Starlink is connecting more than 3 million people with high-speed internet across nearly 100 countries. I tell y'all to, just take a look, take a look at it if you're interested in it. This is Elon Musk post right here. That's why I just wanted to show y'all this because we don't just talk about crypto here. We talk about all technology, right? You have it easy to order and online in 2 minutes, no long-term contract required. So you can turn that thing off and on whenever you want to. I guess that's basically what he's saying. So, take a look into that. Might be a good solution. Another video that I wanted to show before we get into the juicy news was NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang talking about a new partnership with Dell. We know Dell is on the governing council of Hedera Hashgraph, so I felt like this was kind of not correlated. Not saying Hedera Hashgraph is associated with NVIDIA at all. Pretty sure that's not a thing right now. But they are associated with Dell, which, Dell is utilizing Hedera Hashgraph for its Web3 infrastructure. So, hey, let's listen to what Jensen has to say.
Hey, I'm here to announce this Dell AI factory with NVIDIA going to market starting today. In order to do this, just think about what an AI factory is. It has CPUs and GPUs. It has networking, switches, incredible amounts of software in systems connected to storage, and the miles of cables alone necessary to build up one of these things. Well, Michael turned it into an easy bit. And so that just as Dell did early days with PCs, they're now doing this with AI factories, so that any company can come to Dell and with a specification or the requirement, they could get into the business of producing. And this is the big idea, producing intelligence at scale.
You could think about it through the lens of your customers that are themselves enterprise companies, probably of smaller size. Do you think that they are ready for this AI factory investment that they're going to have to make, essentially?
I know they are.
Okay.
Last week, for example, I had the pleasure of being with Microsoft and Satya. And what they're doing on Copilot, as an example, is something that every CEO is well aware of. What they're
big and small.
And we build our own domain-specific models on the ServiceNow platform. Why does that matter? Because we're really focused on experiences. There's an $11 trillion market in terms of GDP impact over the next 3 years, according to IDC. That is how we're going to help the world economy improve. Companies like Dell Technologies and NVIDIA and ServiceNow.
Yes.
But I also acknowledge your point. We have to be open. And for example, we have a great partnership with Microsoft. They're not in the room right now, but they're a great partner. You talk about them when they're not in the room, because that's very important to our customers to have the Copilot and to have the Now Assist. We're reinventing industries with Jensen. Telecommunications was our first. You think about the networking path of a telco company. Think about service management. Think about Dell now with Now Assist and what we can do to combine that with Michael's incredible technologies. Every company in the world and every workflow for every company and every industry will be re-engineered in 24 months.
Sheesh.
This is a tsunami, Ed. This is a tsunami of change.
Hold on.
And the industry will be apologies. Every company in the world and every workflow for every company and every industry will be re-engineered in 24 months. This is a tsunami, Ed. This is a tsunami of change. And only the smart ones are going to recognize I have to plant the flag now. Whether the story is complete or not is not the issue. The train has moved out.
Plant the damn flag. Let's go, baby. Plant the damn flag. That's what I've been telling people. Plant the flag. Plant your flag. Woo. That did something to me, y'all. I told you I don't even be watching these whole videos. I just be knowing good videos when I see them. Like, that was my first time ever watching it. That was a real reaction. Plant the flag. God darn it. Now. Okay. All right. So as of May 20th, I don't know if y'all heard, but Iran's president, okay, Raisi, is confirmed, deceased. Okay. Now, this is really, really disturbing news as an American. Okay, we're not gonna get too deep and too political, but this is important because we cover the BRICS nations here. Okay, and so I would do you all a disservice if I ran from talking about this. Okay, so I'm going to talk about it. So he was found dead in a fatal helicopter crash that took place on Sunday. Now, it was carrying Raisi and the country's foreign minister. So both are gone. Okay. Now, this is a tough loss for Iran and the BRICS nations, because just in April last month, okay, 2024, this year, China and Iran made a major announcement, okay? And so China says diplomatic relations with Iran remain strong following attack on Israel. China is ready to steadily advance practical cooperation in various fields with Iran and promote greater development of China-Iran relations. Now, remember, Iran, became and joined the BRICS nations last, at the beginning of this year, right? January 1st was when they brought them in. Now, here's the thing. China is the largest buyer of Iranian oil, and the U.S. has warned the communist nation not to procure crude oil due to the economic sanctions on the Islamic Republic. However, BRICS member China has now vowed to continue buying crude oil from Iran despite the U.S. warnings. All right? Now, here we go with the Black Swan events. Here we go with y'all know what? Number 3. Okay? So, BRICS, U.S. warning to China and Iran fall on deaf ears. They put a big middle finger up, right? All of them, Russia, okay, China, and Iran seem to not give two hoots about the Biden administration's request, or not even request, it's not a request, their demand, okay? And so, therefore, they are cutting the U.S. dollar out of these crude oil transactions. This is death to the petrodollar. Now, I want to take y'all back 4 years ago because you know what we do, America, you know how we get down. But let's go listen to Jerome Powell and what he said 4 years ago, because I wanted to bring this back real quick.
Fair to say you simply flooded the system with money.
Yes, we did. That's another way to think about it. We did.
Where does it come from? Do you just print it?
We print it digitally. So we as a central bank, we have the ability to create money digitally. And we do that by buying treasury bills or bonds or other government guaranteed securities. And that actually increases the money supply. We also print actual currency and we distribute that through the Federal Reserve banks.
But by law, Chairman Powell's Federal Reserve can only lend money that must be paid back. Congress, he believes, should spend money to expand its historic bailout.
All right, so why is that important? Because if the U.S. ain't producing money like they used to from this crude oil, then how do we produce money? How else do we produce money? If crude oil, if that's such a big thing that the Biden administration is focused on, if that's a big moneymaker, then how do we bring in the chicken and the cheddar? What happens, y'all? Hey, I don't know, man. Listen, things are not looking, ain't looking too good, but it will get better. It will get better. Don't worry about that. Now, I want to transition over because there's a lot of things happening right now, not just on the world side of things, but also here in the U.S. when it comes to policy for cryptocurrency and these blockchain technologies. Okay, this is a video of Tom Emmer confirmed the need for legal framework around stablecoins and open permissionless CBDCs. Shout out to Bank XRP for this particular post.
If you're working on something bigger in your head, the idea that we're going to see a vote on stablecoin, could we see a combined bill like what was being discussed with the FAA, for instance, where stablecoins, safe banking, executive clawbacks are all put into one vehicle to garner more support throughout the body?
That might be something towards the end of the year, Joe. But I think right now you're talking about just two very specific pieces of legislation. One is creating a framework so that entrepreneurs and innovators, those who want to invest in great projects, do it right here in this country so we don't ever experience this issue that we had with someone who's outside of the reach of the United States oversight. And then we've also got a central bank digital currency bill on the floor, which literally says the federal government could create one, but they're going to have to get authorization from Congress, and it's going to have to emulate cash, which simply means that any digital currency issued by the government must be open, permissionless, and private. It can't be used like the Chinese are using the digital yuan, which is basically a surveillance tool where they're building social scores on their citizens based on their purchases and their behavior. We can't have that in this country. That's un-American. We need a digital currency that actually is consistent with American values.
Right. So now, as of 16 hours ago, there's a new bipartisan bill. It's an old bill from 2023, from last year. It's called the Deploying American Blockchains Act of 2023. Okay. Gives the Commerce Department a role in advancing blockchain technology. Now, I want to go over and actually take a look at the bill. I went ahead and pulled it up. This is the bill right here. It is a Republican sponsored bill. Let's see here. This bill did, so if we look at the bill tracker on the congress.gov, it did pass the House. Next thing is the Senate, then to the president. If it get through the whole way, becomes a law. So we have to watch this right here because this particular bill, okay, the importance of this bill is the fact that it's going to deflate the SEC, which is what we all want. That's why I wanted to talk about this bill right here. So to direct the Secretary of Commerce to take actions necessary and appropriate to promote the competitiveness of the United States related to the deployment, use, application, competitiveness. They want to promote the competitiveness, okay, of blockchain technology and other DLT technologies and for other purposes, be enacted by the Senate and the House of Representatives by the United States of America in Congress. Okay, now, if we scroll down a little bit, they say Department of Commerce Leadership on Blockchain. This is Section 3A, Function of Secretary. The Secretary shall serve as the principal advisor to the President for policy pertaining to the deployment, use, application, and competitiveness of blockchain technology or other DLT technology, applications built on blockchain technology or other DLT technologies, tokens, and tokenization. So everything, DLT, tokens, and tokenizations. Activities. The Secretary shall take actions necessary and appropriate to support the leadership of the U.S. with respect to these things that we talked about before. Okay, they're going to develop policies and recommendations on issues and risks related to everything that we talked about before, including issues of decentralized identity, cybersecurity, key storage and security systems, AI, that's why I thought the NVIDIA thing was important, fraud reduction, regulatory compliance, e-commerce, healthcare applications, XRP healthcare, and supply chain resiliency. Oh, okay. Okay. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with grease, right? So those are the laws. I wanted to just give y'all some laws to keep your hope up. I got a quick less than 30-second clip from my man from JP Morgan. You know what I'm saying? Let's listen to him real quick. I hope today's call is bullish for y'all, man. And I really hope y'all, I dare you. I double dog dare everybody on this call to pay $97 with me. I double dog dare you. Pay the $97 and join me on this doggone. Just let me prove to you the excellence that's within me. When it comes to regurgitating and teaching people quick, fast, and in a hurry, I promise you, everything that you need will be covered in that 3 days. Everything. The only thing that you won't have access to is me after the 3 days. That's it. But I promise you, within those 3 days, that access that you get with me, priceless. Listen, you're going to shoot yourself in the dang on foot for not paying $97 when we become millionaires for this. I'm telling you right now. So with that being said, let me continue to show you what's going on in the space.
JP Morgan does. We move $10 trillion of money around the world every day. We bank some of these companies in 30 countries. We bank countries. We bank the World Bank, the IMF. We bank the United States government. You have to be big. You can't do those things and be small. I applaud the small banks. We're the biggest bank, community banks and regional banks and stuff like that. And I understand, some of the stress they're under. We're trying to help. So it's not either or. What JP Morgan does.
Okay. JP Morgan moves $10 trillion every single day, y'all. Every single day, $10 trillion moves from them. Okay. So who is JP Morgan, connected to? Who do you think? They're connected to people like Prometheum. Understand something. This just came out too. This came out yesterday. Controversial blockchain firm Prometheum. Remember we talked about them? Prometheum. Sound like Ethereum, right? Prometheum launches long-awaited Ethereum custody right up underneath our nose. Right up underneath our nose. Here comes the Ethereum ETFs. So you want to wonder, you wonder, everybody say, why is Ethereum up 23%? Why is this thing exploding 30% over the last 7 days? Huh? Why is Ethereum acting this way? Why is it going so crazy? Okay, let's talk about Prometheum. Prometheum provides a solution for digital asset securities investing, bringing together a blockchain-powered platform with the benefits of a securities regulated marketplace. Okay, now, if we go over to this article, which was the article at the top of the Prometheum website, just wanted to make sure that y'all know, I'm out here making sure we got good information. Okay, on January 10th of this year, Prometheum received the first of its kind approval from the FINRA. Okay, who is the FINRA? The Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, to clear and settle digital asset securities. Oh, so they're basically, is Ethereum a security? Yes or no? Oh, well, okay, hold on. So Prometheum today announced its plan to launch its digital asset securities custody platform in Q1, following its recent membership approval with the FINRA to operate as a special purpose broker-dealer to custody digital asset securities. Prometheum Capital LLC, a subsidiary of Prometheum Inc., today expanded to business to include clearing and settlement of digital asset securities trade for its affiliate, Prometheum Ember ATS. Okay, this marks the final regulatory approval required for Prometheum to offer through its affiliate trading and custody of digital asset securities in 2024. Hello? Hello? Anybody? So, from Chairman Patrick McHenry's office, check this out. This came out on March 26th. Financial services, agricultural Republicans demand SEC clarify position regarding Prometheum's custody of Ethereum's Ether. Okay, because why? Let's pay attention. Okay, the SEC and the CFTC have an extensive record of identifying ETH as a non-security digital asset. In the letter, lawmakers highlight that the SEC's current regime, grounded in the precedent, does not permit SPBD custody of non-security digital assets and warn that allowing Prometheum to proceed could have irreparable consequences for the digital assets market. We write to express our concerns regarding Prometheum recent announcement. What's their concerns? Let's find it. We are concerned by the lack of transparency from the SEC. Why do you think they're pushing for this bill right here to be pushed through? Okay, let's keep going. Okay, SPBD regime and SEC's failure to address Prometheum's intent to custody an asset that the SEC and the CFTC have recognized as non-security digital asset. We urge you to clarify the SEC's position with respect to this. Okay, as you are aware, the agencies have an extensive public record identifying ETH. They say it again. I'm trying to find. Despite your insistence that most digital assets are digital asset securities, the term continues to be undefined. Okay, so we're still dealing with an undefined market. There's still no regulatory clarity on which assets are securities, which assets are not securities. But now you have announcements like this that's coming out through Fortune Crypto that they're finally letting go the Ethereum custody, which they're proclaiming it to be a security, but there's still no clarity. The only clarity is what? That XRP is a non-security. I hope y'all enjoyed today's episode. This was episode 201. Drop some coffee in the chat box if you did. Man, listen, y'all, I really enjoy what I do. I really, really do. And even if this challenge is not for you, what I would say is, I appreciate you, Mo. I'm about to call you up. What I would say is this, y'all, send this challenge to somebody else. Be a blessing to somebody. There's somebody that needs this challenge. $97. Are y'all kidding me? For 3 days, $97. Like, that's why I said every single person that is hearing my voice right now should at least go pay the $97, because you've been on this show for 201 episodes now. All right. This show is free, all right? Free valuetainment for you, right? But it goes further. I know more stuff than this, right? I have more knowledge than this, y'all. And I'm going to share it for $97 for general admission and $297 for people who want to go an extra step and be VIP. Okay. Now, check this out, y'all. Check this out. Okay. What I want to do is this. Number one, I want to shout out. Who do I want to shout out? Toya. I want to shout out Toya. Toya was the first person to sign up for general admission. And I did upgrade your plan, Toya, to VIP. So that's $200 on me for free. I appreciate you. And what I'm going to do is this. The next 2 people that signs up for the $97, no, the next 3 people. The next 3 people that signs up for the $97, I'm going to upgrade you for free, and that'll be 246. That'll be $600 on me that I'm going to give back, okay? And you'll be able to be in the VIP. That means on Friday, and actually, I forgot, this weekend, I meant to make the announcement. This weekend is actually Memorial Day weekend, and I think that I could reach more people if we do the weekend after that. So what we're going to do is we're not going to do it this Friday, because honestly, I know that a lot of people are going to be traveling with family, celebrating, doing what things that you do. So I want to just be respectful of people's time. And I don't want to have these type of challenges on a holiday. So I just noticed that it is a holiday. So the next weekend, which I believe is the 30th, I believe the 30th, the 1st and the 2nd. But that next weekend after this weekend, we will be there, y'all. So hopefully you all will join us. Definitely appreciate you. I'm gonna go ahead and call up my brother Mo. And I would love to hear from you, bro. I appreciate you for being here, and always, bro. It ain't never a time that you're not. Let's get it.
And I look a little rough right now. I'm on the road, man. I just drove
Oh,
from fucking Georgia to Texas, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you look like money. You smell like money through the phone, don't we all? Let's go! Thank you for all the information, my boy. You already know what's going on. If y'all don't give it up for the #1 speaker in the world, there's something wrong with y'all, man. Man, keep going there, bro. I love you, man.
Love you too, bro. Hey, be safe out there on the road, man, and keep on.
Man, most definitely.
Keep getting that. Most importantly, bro, keep getting the fiat, bro. Just keep getting that fiat, bro.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? That's it.
They got
Whatever you got going on, just keep doing it. Keep getting that fiat, because when this crypto
Hey,
goes,
look, you see what I'm doing? You see what I'm doing?
I know what you're doing. It's drop top twins.
See what I'm doing?
It's drop top twins forever.
Drop top twins. Damn right.
It's
we out here.
We out here, bro.
And we're gonna keep on getting it. We're gonna keep on getting this fiat till they change the system over. Damn right.
Hey, these folks gonna see real soon, man. I promise you. I appreciate you, bro. Much love.
And I gotta hit you up on the side too. I got a surprise for you, man. You're gonna lose your mind.
Oh man, please, bro. Call me whenever you got some time, bro.
I got you, bro. I'm gonna be back in Georgia probably tonight, later on tonight, early Wednesday morning.
All right, say no more. Let's get it, bro.
I got you. I love you, bro.
Love you too, bro. Safe travels.
For sure. Appreciate it.
Awesome, awesome. So if there's anybody that has anything else, I appreciate you, Mo. If there's anybody that has anything else that you would like to say, feel free. But hey, other than that, we up out of here. I appreciate everybody for taking the time to be here today. Hopefully, y'all join us at the challenge next Friday. It's gonna be lit. I promise you. Have an amazing day, y'all.